Welcome to part 5 of McCall's 7985 SewAlong. I encourage you to watch the listed tutorials on the following slides prior to starting this SewAlong to either refresh your memory or to learn a sewing skill mentioned in order to complete this SewAlong. Thank you, and let's get started. Here's what we'll be covering in today's video. Crimping. If you need help with that skill or just need a refresher, click the link at the top of your screen. Inset sleeve. If you need help with that skill or just need a refresher, click the link at the top of your screen. Narrow hem. If you need help with that skill or just need a refresher, click the link at the top of your screen. Lastly, if you're new to sewing or just need a refresher, check out my free Sewing Basics video series by clicking the link at the top of your screen. If you already know how I do my sew-alongs and videos, and if you'll be kind enough to watch at least one ad should it appear, which enables me to keep bringing you free content, feel free to skip ahead to go straight to the sew-along. Skip ahead to the 4-minute 25-second mark. Here's a little bit about how I do my Sew With Me sew-alongs. For techniques, I'm going to put it on the website and I will reference it in the sew-along itself. So for example, we're working on a pair of pants that has a fly front. So when we get to that portion in the sew-along, I'll do a little bit of it, in instructions in the sew-along itself, but then I'm going to refer you over to the website to go ahead and look at that particular video, look it over, study it, do your own sample if you want, because I'm big on that technique binder. So go ahead and and do that, and then once you get a good hang of what that technique is, then come back onto the sew-along itself and do that particular technique with the sew-along. So that way we both kind of benefit. You still get the instruction of the actual sew-along, step by step of how to do a particular thing. But it's less editing on my part because, like I said, I'll mention it in the sew-along itself, but then I'll refer you over to the website to actually find that particular technique and go ahead, review it, look at it. And then once you master it or enough to where even you sew along, at the same time and install it in that particular sew-along that you're doing at that time. So hopefully that will be okay for you, because I think I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank everyone for watching my videos. I love to upload the videos. I love to share my knowledge. And I'm pretty sure that you guys love to get free content. So in order for me to keep uploading free content, I just need you to do some simple things for me, some very simple things. The first thing is just to hit the subscribe button. So just make sure that you hit that. So you're subscribed to my channel. Hit the notification bell so when I upload a new video, you don't miss out and you get to see it. And then also, if there's an ad on my videos, they're typically anywhere from 10 seconds to maybe up to 2 minutes. Just go ahead and either watch it or do something else you want to do in that particular time that ad is running. So use the restroom, go get something to drink or something like that. Because that way, if you let that ad run, I benefit from YouTube, and that way I can still keep creating content and uploading it for free. Okay. Enough of that boring stuff. Back to the sew-along. Please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and click that notification bell so you don't miss any uploads. Thanks again, and keep on watching. Moving on to the next portion, which is setting in the sleeve. So you need number 8. Okay, and you see I just made a bicep adjustment to mine. All right, so we have to match up what is the right side, what is the wrong side, right? So we need our bodice piece to match up. If you want to make sure that excuse me, the right sleeve is for the right side, right? So I put the sleeve as it will be worn, right? So it's like this. So this is the front. So that one will go with that one. And just so you can see here, this side go there. Okay. I'm going to do one, and then of course you just do the other side, right? So I do my inset sleeves differently. So with set-in sleeves, they do 2 rows of basting stitches. Some do it just where your ease is supposed to be in the cap. When there is not a lot of ease that should be in the cap, I would just oh, Skittles. Hey. When there's not a lot of ease that's going to be in the cap here, what I tend to do is just crimp it. So crimp it from notches again. So from notch to double notch. And if you need help with how to crimp, well, yeah, it is crimping. Your fabric. So just pause this video, watch that. Once you get familiar with how to do that, come back and continue. But for everybody else, go ahead and crimp from notch to notch. I have a walking foot on, and the crimping doesn't go as well with the walking foot I see here. So we'll see if I need to clip the bodice any to make this fit, because the crimping didn't do enough. But see, there is a little bit of crimping in there, but we'll see. All right, so from this point, what you want to do is put right sides together. Okay, matching up your notches, and you're going to sew down the underarm seam here at whatever your seam allowance is. Mine is 1/4 inch. Do that and come back. All right, back from the sewing machine, and I went down and sewed my underarm seam, and I finished it. All right, so working from the right side. So turn it so it's right side out and find which one this belongs to. This is, excuse me, the front. Excuse me. Whew. This is the front, and as you can see, that is the back. Front and back. Okay, so this goes on the side. So this is setting in a sleeve. So pause your video. So, well, go ahead and pause your video. Go ahead and set in your sleeve if you know how to do it. So pause your video. Go watch that video if you need to. Sew along with it if you need to inset this sleeve. When you finish, come back and we'll move on. When you finish, make sure to do both of your sleeves, and we'll come back and continue. It appears that the crimping was not enough for me. And like I said, it could have been because of the walking foot. So I will have to go and do 2 rows of basting stitches. That I finished pinning, and that I sew from the bodice side up. So I'm looking at the bodice instead of, some people actually sew looking at the sleeve. Most people, I should say, probably sew looking at the sleeve, but I look at the bodice, and the reason why is I just want to make sure that there's no pleats or anything on the bodice itself. And as I sew, wherever I'm sewing at, I'm feeling also underneath to make sure that that's smooth as I sew. All right, so I finished my sleeve. This is the basting, some of the basting stitches that I need to take out. Overall, I'm very pleased with the sleeve. Okay, only thing is, you can probably see it right here. There is one little tuck there, or pleat, but that's on the back side, and like I said, it's very tiny, so I probably won't take that out. Overall, as you can see, the sleeve is put in very nice, no puckers or pleats except for that one minor one there. Go ahead and do the same with the other one and come back. So moving on from our sleeves. Okay, just make sure to give those a good press. Your sleeves here, make sure to give those a good press. Now I did prep work for my hem. All right, so basically I did a row guide at for my sleeve hem. I think on the sleeve it is a 1 1/4, like a little bit of a longer sleeve, so I'm doing a 1/2 inch narrow hem for my sleeves. And I also prepped the bottom hem. And I want to say that's probably same thing, 1 1/4. Have to look at the pattern, but I did mine at 5/8 because I like a longer one to cover up the pooch. Even though this was going to cover up anyway, but I still like a longer one. So I just did a guideline all the way around. And if you don't know how to do a narrow hem, I suggest just do a guideline and fold it up so that the stitching is just on the inside of your hem like that. Then give that a good press. Once you got that crease line, you're going to take the raw edge, fold that into the crease line, and then fold it up back again like that. So once you fold it up, you know, you have your fold like that, and you should be able to see the guideline stitches on the inside. And you're going to stitch this inner fold right here, close to this inner fold. If you can, stitch from the outside, you know, maybe doing a guideline. Put something on your sewing machine and put a guideline and stitch on the outside so your top thread will show instead of your bobbin. But if not, you know, it's the bottom. Not a lot of people will be staring at the bottom. So if you want to make sure, you can stitch from the inside, ensuring that you catch that folded edge. But if you want to, you can pause the video and watch a video tutorial I have on that. So pause the video and watch that if you need to. All right, and so once you do your hem, all you got to do now is place your buttonholes and, your buttons, that's on the bottom layer, and your buttonholes is on the top layer, which is on the right side as you worn. Is the buttonholes. Buttons will be on the left side, but just remember, bottom layer is buttons. Top layer is buttonholes. Once you do that, you're all done. If you made this pattern or intend to, please let me know in the comments. I will showcase me wearing this make during my monthly Sip, Sew, and Tell makes video, along with project details, including time to make, materials, and total cost of the project. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of content. Thanks again for watching, and happy sewing.